Hey there, English learners! Have you ever wished learning English could be as fun as watching your favorite movie? Well, what if I told you it actually can be? Today we're diving deep into one of the most powerful and surprisingly enjoyable ways to boost your English skills fast. That's right, watching movies. So grab your popcorn, sit back, because this episode will not only change the way you learn English, it might just change how you enjoy movies forever. And hey, if you're serious about learning English in a way that's fun, effective, and actually works, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. All right, let's get started. Part 1. Why movies are a powerful tool for learning English. Let's start with a simple question. Why do movies work so well for learning English? Well, think about it. Movies combine spoken language, visual storytelling, and real-life conversations in a way that textbooks never can. When you watch a movie in English, you're hearing how real people talk. Not textbook dialogues, not stiff robotic examples, but natural, fluent, and emotionally rich language. You hear how voices rise and fall. You catch the rhythm of everyday speech. You start to notice those little things, like how native speakers shorten words, use slang, or emphasize certain parts of a sentence. That's something no grammar book can teach you. And because movies are built on stories, you're emotionally connected to what's happening. When you care about the characters, the story, the drama, you pay attention. And when you're paying attention, guess what? You're learning faster, you're remembering more. That's the magic. One of the biggest reasons why movies help you learn English fast is because of context. Imagine this. You hear a new word, let's say devastated. Now, if you look it up in a dictionary, you might find something like deeply upset or shocked. Okay, that's helpful. But when you watch a movie and see a character say, "I was devastated when I lost my job," you feel the word. You see the emotion. You understand the situation. That's what we call learning in context. It's the difference between memorizing vocabulary and living the language. When you see a word being used in a real situation with emotion, tone, and visual cues, you're more likely to remember it. Not just for a day, but for the long term. That's powerful. Here's another cool thing. When you're watching a movie, your brain is working hard behind the scenes. You're not just hearing English, you're processing visual clues, matching expressions to meaning, predicting what will happen next, and understanding the storyline. And all of that is happening naturally. It's like you're training your English brain at the gym. But instead of lifting weights, you're watching your favorite action scene or romantic drama. And the best part? It doesn't feel like studying. It feels like entertainment. But the results? They're very real. Let's talk about listening, because that's one of the first things that movies help you with. Think about it. Most English learners say, "I understand when I read," but when I listen, everything moves too fast. Can you relate? Movies help fix that. They expose you to different accents, speaking speeds, and voice tones. From a fast-talking New Yorker in a crime drama to a slow, soft-spoken teacher in a documentary, you get to hear how English really sounds in the wild. And the more you expose your ears to this, the easier it gets. It's just like music. At first it's hard to catch the lyrics, but over time your ears adjust. You start picking out words, phrases, even full sentences, and before you know it, you're understanding full scenes without subtitles. That's when the magic starts to happen. Here's another reason why movies are gold for English learners. You learn real, everyday English, not stiff, unnatural textbook language, but actual phrases that native speakers use all the time. Let me give you an example. A textbook might teach you, "I am very hungry." Sure, that's correct English, but in a movie you're more likely to hear, "I'm starving," or "I could eat a horse." These are expressions that help you sound more natural, more fluent, more confident, and when you pick them up from movies, you'll remember them because you saw them used in a real situation. That's what makes the difference. Now here's something that science tells us. When you learn something that's emotional, you remember it better. And what are movies full of? Emotion. Whether it's a heartbreaking scene where someone loses a loved one, or a hilarious comedy that makes you laugh out loud. These emotions lock the language into your brain. It's why people remember lines from movies for years, even decades. May the force be with you. I'll be back. Life is like a box of chocolates. These aren't just quotes, they're language moments attached to feeling, and when you combine emotion with English, you create memories that last. In the next part, we'll talk about how to actually use movies to study, step by step. Which movies to choose, how to watch with subtitles, and how to turn watching into an active learning experience. So stick around, and if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got so much more coming your way. Part 2, let's take it one step further. Let's break down the exact step-by-step method you can use to turn any movie into your personal English classroom. Because here's the thing, watching a movie is good, but watching a movie the right way, that's how you learn fast. So let's jump right in. Step 1, choose the right movie for your English level. This is a super important step that most people ignore. If the movie is too hard, you'll get frustrated. You won't understand what's happening and you'll give up. If the movie is too easy, you won't learn much. So, what's the sweet spot? Choose a movie where you understand about 70 to 80% of what's being said. You don't need to understand every word. You just need to follow the main idea. A few tips to help you. Animated movies are great for beginners and intermediate learners. They use clear language, friendly voices, and simple vocabulary. Think Finding Nemo, Toy Story, or Zootopia. Romantic comedies and dramas are also great for learning real conversations at a slower pace. Think Notting Hill, The Intern, or Forrest Gump. Avoid complicated sci-fi or political thrillers at the beginning. They often have fast dialogue and advanced vocabulary. Start simple, build your confidence, then move to more challenging movies later. Step 2. Watch with subtitles, but the right way. Here's a big question students always ask. Should I watch with subtitles or without? Great question. Here's a strategy that works like magic. First watch. Watch with English subtitles, not subtitles in your native language. This way, you connect the spoken word with the written form. It helps you recognize how words sound, notice pronunciation patterns, understand sentence structure, and most importantly, you start reading and listening in English at the same time. Second watch. Watch the same scene again. But this time, turn off the subtitles. Now you test your listening. You challenge your brain. And you build confidence. You already know what's happening from the first watch. So now your brain fills in the blanks. It's active learning at its best. Step 3. Keep a movie vocabulary notebook. This step is often skipped, but it's super effective. While watching, keep a small notebook or even a notes app just for movie vocabulary. Every time you hear a new word or phrase that's interesting, pause the movie and write it down. But don't just write the word. Write the whole phrase. For example, instead of writing devastated, write, "I was devastated when I lost my job." Why? Because learning words in context helps you remember them faster. It also helps you use them correctly later. Even better, say the phrase out loud. Repeat it like the actor did. You're training your ears, your voice, and your memory, all at the same time. Step 4. Rewatch short scenes, not the whole movie. One of the best ways to learn is to focus on short scenes, just 1 to 3 minutes long. Here's how you do it. Pick a short, powerful scene you like. Watch it once with English subtitles. Watch it again with no subtitles. Write down new phrases. Pause and repeat lines out loud. This method is like gold. You're studying in small, powerful chunks, and because it's fun, you'll want to do more. Even 15 minutes a day can make a big difference if you use this technique. Step 5. Shadow the actors. Speak like them. Now here's one of the most powerful speaking techniques used by language learners. It's called shadowing, and it works like this. You pick a short scene from a movie. Then you play the audio and try to speak along with the actor in real time, like a shadow. Yes, it's tricky at first, but it trains your brain to match native intonation, copy natural rhythm, use correct pronunciation. You become more fluent, more confident, and you sound more natural. It's like doing voice training, but with your favorite movie stars. And guess what? You don't have to be perfect. The goal isn't to sound exactly like them. It's to get your tongue used to English sounds, to build muscle memory for speaking. Try it for 5 minutes a day. You'll be amazed at the results. Bonus tip: act out scenes. Want to have some fun? Choose a scene from a movie, memorize it, and act it out. Yes, really. Pretend you're the actor. Record yourself on your phone. Watch it back. Compare it to the original scene. Are you using the right tone? Are you pronouncing the words clearly? Are your facial expressions matching the emotions? This is a brilliant way to build confidence, fluency, and even body language. Remember, communication isn't just words. It's how you say them, and acting helps you express yourself better in English. Step 6. Rewatch movies. You love a powerful secret? Don't just watch new movies all the time. Rewatch your favorite movies again and again. Here's why. You already know the story. You catch more details each time. You relax and absorb more naturally. Think about it. When you're not worried about what happens next, you can focus on the language. You hear words you missed before. You pick up expressions you didn't notice. Every time you rewatch, your understanding deepens. So if you have a favorite movie, watch it again. Make it part of your learning journey. Let's recap your movie study plan. Here's the step-by-step method again. Choose the right movie for your level. Use English subtitles on your first watch. Rewatch scenes without subtitles. Write down useful phrases in a notebook. Shadow the actors to practice speaking. Act out scenes for fun and confidence. Rewatch favorites to improve naturally. Use this plan consistently, and your English will skyrocket. Not just your vocabulary, but your listening, your speaking, your confidence, all from watching the movies you already love. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. If you're enjoying this series and learning something new, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. So far, we've talked about why movies are powerful for learning and how to study them in a way that's fun and effective. Now, in this part, we're going to look at two things. Which types of movies are best for improving your English real scene examples that can teach you useful vocabulary, phrases, and pronunciation? Which movie genres are best for English learners? This is an important question. Not all movies are created equal, especially when it comes to language learning. Here are some genres that work really well. 1. Animated movies. Great for beginners and intermediates. These films are designed to be clear and emotional. Characters speak slowly and use everyday language. Great examples include Finding Nemo, Toy Story, Zootopia, Frozen, Why Are They Perfect, easy-to-follow dialogue, expressive voice acting, everyday vocabulary, simple sentence structures. They're also super fun, so you won't get bored. 2. Romantic comedies and family dramas. These are excellent for learning natural conversation. They include casual, real-world English, the kind people actually use every day. Examples: The Intern, Julie and Julia, Notting Hill, Little Miss Sunshine. These movies teach you how people greet each other, make jokes, express emotions, tell stories, talk about family, work, and relationships. They're especially helpful for improving your listening comprehension and intonation. 3. Coming-of-age and school-based films. These often involve younger characters, school settings, or life lessons, and they use a wide range of useful expressions. Examples: Dead Poets Society, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, The Edge of 17, The Breakfast Club. You'll hear phrases students use in school, how they talk with teachers, how they describe their feelings, and how they share life experiences. This helps with both casual and semi-formal communication styles. 4th, biographical dramas and motivational films. These are perfect for learning storytelling and emotional language. Examples: The Pursuit of Happiness, Aaron Brockovich, Hidden Figures, A Beautiful Mind. In these movies, you'll hear powerful speeches, persuasive language, and personal storytelling, great tools for your own communication skills. 5. Light sitcom-style movies or series sitcoms and light comedy movies are full of slang, idioms, and jokes. They help you learn cultural references, real timing of native speakers, how to sound more natural and friendly. Examples: Friends, TV series, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, TV series, Crazy Rich Asians, Yes Man. But remember, some comedy is fast and filled with wordplay, so if you're still building your listening skills, start with slower-paced ones. Real movie scenes that teach powerful English. Let's break down a few actual examples from movies that can teach you real-world English. The Pursuit of Happiness. Don't ever let somebody tell you. This scene features Will Smith talking to his son on a basketball court. He says, "Don't ever let somebody tell you. You can't do something, not even me." This scene teaches inspiration vocabulary. Let, can't do something. Imperative mood, don't let. Pronunciation of contractions, don't, can't. Emotional delivery. Try shadowing this scene. Then pause and say it yourself. Feel the emotion. It's not just language, it's performance. Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. Dory's famous line is short and catchy. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. This teaches present continuous tense, simple motivational phrases, how repetition makes things easier to remember. Try repeating with her tone. It's fun, light, and easy to remember. Notting Hill. I'm just a girl. In a famous emotional scene, Julia Roberts says, I'm also just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love her. This teaches basic sentence structure, romantic expression, emotional tone and timing. You can use this to practice soft intonation and expressing vulnerability. Forrest Gump. Life is like a box of chocolates. He says, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. This is a classic. It teaches similes. Life is like casual pronunciation, gonna, instead of going to. Natural rhythm and phrasing, repeat it a few times. Then try creating your own similes. The Intern. Job interview scene. In this scene, Robert De Niro's character applies for a senior intern position at a modern tech company. You'll hear workplace vocabulary, how to answer interview questions, formal tone, and respectful language. This is excellent if you want to improve business English. What can you learn from just one scene? One well-chosen scene can teach you new vocabulary pronunciation tips, emotional expression, grammar in real usage, listening practice, reading if you use subtitles, speaking if you repeat the lines. All of this from just a 2-minute clip. Imagine how much you can learn from a whole movie. Practice idea. Create your own scene library. Here's a tip for serious learners. Start building a scene library. Every time you watch a movie, save your favorite scenes. Rewatch them often. Use them to shadow and mimic. Practice new phrases from those scenes. Track your progress. Over time, you'll build your own personal database of useful English. If you're enjoying this series and learning something new, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel.